welcome back to my channel. Yes, I did just upload a new video this morning, but I had so much fun watching these, so I thought I would upload my own, and I know a lot of people are doing this at the moment, so I thought I might as well hop on the trend. This video is going to be me customizing my new iOS 14 iPhone, making my phone as aesthetic as possible. If you do enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe down below, as I make new videos every Monday and Thursday, and I'm sure you'll enjoy them. Without further ado, let's get on to the customization. So the first thing you're going to need to complete this process is to find a cute background. I traditionally have always had a photo as my background, but I thought to optimize the appeal of this end product, I'm going to find a really aesthetic background. So a little bit about me, if you can't tell from my actual background at the moment, I love pinks, neutral colors, a lot of nature, beach, and just really beautiful aesthetic things. So I was able to find this really beautiful minimalist abstract painting one. So all I did was I made sure to save it to my photos and make it my home screen. And then what I did is I made sure I had the two biggest apps that you're going to need to complete this transformation, and that is Shortcuts, which is an Apple app, so you should already have it on your phone, and then Widgetsmith. So Widgetsmith is an app that came out with iOS 14, and it allows you to add the widgets to your home screen. I don't understand why they need a separate app to do this. I think Samsung users and other Android users have been able to do this just from their phone for years and years, but regardless, this is how Apple's done it, so this is what we're going to do. The next part is kind of fun and what I've been doing most of the day, and that is just looking at some other people who've used this Widgetsmith app and looking at how they've laid out their phone. I think it's really important to do a look at how you use your phone and what you want it to represent about you. Do you want all of your apps to be different photos? Do you want it to be easy to use? Do you want it to be a newspaper, or do you want it to be pretty and girly? How do you want your phone to look? Because that's going to dictate how you set up your phone and what sort of colors you choose. So what I decided is I really want my phone to be peaceful and easy to use. So I decided only to customize my homepage and then have all of my apps in the app library, which is actually a really cool feature because I think it makes your phone look a lot less cluttered, much more clean, and it's just a fun time to use now. So what I decided to do with my phone is I had two medium-sized widgets and two small widgets on my home screen, and then everything else is in my app library. Now's the fun part. Now you get to open Widgetsmith, choose the sizes that you want, and start customizing. One thing I will say, which is kind of a critique, is when you actually do customize your widgets, there's not much flexibility with the colors. They are set colors, so unless you have a very defined style that goes within those colors, you might be feeling a bit limited. I'm sure this is a feature they'll bring out soon, but at the moment this is just the first capacity of it, so that's something to keep in mind. I ended up choosing the pale pink because it was the one that matched my background the best. I just think it's really cute and I look forward to looking at it all the time.
Hello from Editing Lainey. I just wanted to give a really quick rundown because I didn't explain it very well in the next part, so I wanted to do it really quickly right here. All you're going to need to do is open Widgetsmith, choose the icon size you want, so I'm just going to do a small, click into it. By renaming it, this is what's going to show up on your home screen, so I'm just going to call this one clock, and then you want to click into it. They've got a few options on what you can choose, so I'm just going to choose the clock face, and then it'll run you through. So it'll run you through the location, the clock style, so I have it as index, so it doesn't have any numbers on it. The font, I made it New York. I don't think there's any difference with clocks, but it just maintains the flow of the style. Tint color, I kept mine white, and then the background color I chose the pale pink, and then put a white border on top, and then it's all done, and then you can just save it to your home screen.
So like I said, I only had 4 widgets on my home page. So the first one I added was the clock. For some reason I just like looking at a manual clock, I think they're called. I think they're really cool and old-timey, and I like historical things, so I added the clock to my home screen. The next one I did the calendar, so I did the medium-sized calendar, so it had the date written out and then the month on the side. I just thought this was really helpful. I'm an event planner as my full-time job, and it's really helpful to see what the date's going to be 2 Thursdays from now, or what day of the week it's going to be on the last day of the month. It's just really helpful for me to plan my event. I liked having that on my home screen because I can refer back to it quite often. My next widget was just reminders. So in the past few months, Sam and I have gotten really good at adding events to each other's calendars so we can see what the other person's doing. This is really helpful if the other has a doctor's appointment, or for example, my family are coming over on Wednesday night, so it's helpful for us to remember and then plan in advance. I know tomorrow night I'm going to need to clean all of my house because it's not very clean in preparation for my parents coming over. My last widget was something that I had never thought to have on my home screen, but I was really happy with it, and I just decided to put a little photo in the bottom medium widget. I always think, and I know a lot of people agree, that phones can be a really negative place to be on, and as a society we're just spending more and more hours of our day on our phones. I wanted to give myself the reminder that everything's okay and to be positive in what can be a negative space. So I just found this really beautiful neutral quote online, and it just says, "No rain, no flowers," and I think that's a really important sentiment to remember, because everyone has hardships and you can't have positive moments without hard moments. I really liked that, and now it's on my home screen. So how I ended up designing my home screen was I put my calendar widget at the top, then my clock and my reminders, and then my photo down the bottom, and it's just really simple, easy to look at, and I'm really happy with it. The next customization that you can make with this update is the app faces. So I know that there have been apps before that you could do this, but I don't think it worked very well, so this is a new different way to do it. It's not as easy as the widgets, but if you're willing to take the effort, I really recommend it. So I know a lot of people have different ways of customizing this. There are people who use photos, like just random photos, as their app covers. There are people who use Fonto to create app covers, or Canva. I ended up going with Canva just because I think I'm pretty good at Canva and I know how to use it. So all I did was the bottom 4 icons, which are my most used apps, I just changed their cover photos. How I did this was I went into Canva, I opened up a logo document because it was a square. I just found an icon that related. So I had a phone, a messenger, which is Facebook, messages, and music, because they're the apps I use all the time. On each iteration of the icon, I just opened up that background and picked colors that coordinated to my background, so it all flowed together really nicely. To have those photos show up as the apps on your phone, it's a little bit of a tricky process, but you can get the hang of it, I promise. All you need to do is open up the shortcuts add a new shortcut, add scripting, and then open app, and then just choose the app you're going to do. So for example, on this one I'm doing my phone, so you choose your phone and then go into that, and then click the 3 little dots at the top, choose the add to home screen option, and from there you'll be able to name the shortcut, and this is what will show up on your home screen. And just to the left of that, you'll be able to choose your image. So I just chose mine, added it to the home screen, and then the original app I just hid in the app portfolio and moved the shortcut down. Super easy once you get the hang of it, and I think it looks really nice and completes the final look. One thing I will say is it might make your journey of using the phone a little bit janky because it's a shortcut, you're not actually changing the face of the app, so it's just another step in between. If you don't mind that and you want a pretty aesthetic phone, I think this is definitely worth it, but that's just something to be aware of. But yeah, that's pretty much how I ended up using my phone. I have a few more little thoughts from the process. Number one is with Widgetsmith, you can't change the text that comes up under the widget. So I'll show you on here. You can see my calendar, my reminders, and my clock each say Widgetsmith underneath, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish they would save that as the name of the widget. I think that would just make it flow a lot more easier and look cleaner, but again, I'm sure that's something that we're coming out with soon. Another thing I did notice is I really liked the app library. So now my home screen is just my widget, and then you can just scroll and these are all of my apps, and I think that's really handy. I am really happy with the categories that they're sorted into, and I think it just makes your phone look so much cleaner and feel a lot less stressful. And the only other thing I thought was it's completely up to you. It's really cool that you can make your phone entirely your aesthetic, and you can make it as happy as you want it to be or as colorful as you want it to be, and just make it really personalized. And I think that's really a nice way to be able to use your phone. I think that's about it from me. Obviously I'm not a technical person, but I do hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, because I had actually kind of a lot of fun making it, and I hope you did too. But that's all from me, and I guess I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.